Hello and welcome to the Sarah Living Life YouTube channel, and welcome to my tiny bit of a disaster of a room. I'm somebody who's very organized, so the fact that my room is a disaster right now requires lots of deep breathing and patience. But my room is a disaster for something really cool. I'm moving! I am moving for the very first time to my own space. I'm gonna have my own apartment, which I am really looking forward to, which is awesome. So I'm gonna miss my roommates and people that I've lived with in the past, but excited for this new adventure of living on my own, which will be great. I'm currently living with two of my friends. They've been so gracious to let me stay with them while I'm trying to figure out my life. As you guys know, or I think, right, you guys know that I graduated Boston University in 2019, and I wasn't really sure if I would be able to keep my job as a flight attendant because I needed to take educational leaves. It was pretty impossible for me to actually take classes and work as a flight attendant at the same time. So I took educational leaves, and I wasn't guaranteed that I would be able to get all of the leaves. So I wasn't sure that I would be able to keep continuing to be a flight attendant. So I did, and that was an easy thing for me. And what led me to move back to the Philadelphia area is that I was able to keep my job as a flight attendant. But then COVID happened and the world kind of got disrupted, and then I've been since furloughed as a flight attendant. So I then got a job as an occupational therapist, which I'm excited about. And because I do have that steady income, I was able to save and be able to move out to my new space. This is my 7th move in the span of 2 years. And that's just because I'm trying to get my life started and together. I left Boston in 2018. So then fall of 2018, I lived in Minneapolis, and then the spring of 2018, I then did my second clinical rotation, and that was in Chicago, Illinois. And then my third clinical rotation was in Sacramento, California. And then I moved back to Pennsylvania in fall of 2019. So now I've lived in Pennsylvania again for a year. And then I moved here, and I'm staying with a second friend because I'm just trying to figure out how to get my feet under me. And I'm excited to share that my feet are more under me. So here's a banker's box. We're gonna get a bunch of these set up, and I'm gonna start packing. Reading, so these are all my books. So this is kind of fun. This is a photo album that we made when my grandmother was still with us. My mom put this together. So it starts with all of It starts with all the baby pictures of me. And that's me and my dad, which is kind of fun. As we got a little bit older, I was on a horse as a very young little kiddo. I was on a horse as a young kiddo. That's a cute picture. Little Sarah getting ready for the holidays. So I suppose that will be me again here shortly. All right, so you know how there's that moment in packing where you're just so tired and you just throw every single thing that's on the ground into a box that you maybe should just throw away, but for some reason there's a box that's open? I am there. I just put like 2 Band-Aids, a pair of scissors, I think a bracelet, and a shirt all in the same box. But that's where we're at. are T-minus maybe an hour and 20 minutes before I pack up and drive to the new apartment. So I'm really excited, but also pretty tired. My parents arrived last night at maybe 10, I think is when they got here. With the U-Haul, they were so exhausted. They drove 800 miles yesterday. They are snuggled up in the Airbnb right now, and then my job is gonna be driving the U-Haul at 8:30 is when I'm gonna leave here. So I'll say goodbye to everybody. I'm packing up the last of my things and throwing them into random boxes. I pick up my keys at 9:15, and I am actually like really excited. There's something pretty powerful about driving up to U-Haul by myself and getting the keys by myself. I haven't actually seen the apartment yet. I've seen photos and I've seen layouts, but the way that it sort of came to be, I didn't get to physically see the apartment. So we'll see what it looks like. There's part of me that's a little anxious about it, but it'll be fine, right? It'll be fine, and we'll make it work. It is day 3 of moving into my new apartment. It's going really well. The apartment itself is so beautiful, and I love it. And I got to wake up this morning, and I was by myself, and it was really pleasant. So I'm really excited. And it's really nice. I'm excited to get it all together. And today I was trying to make tea and I couldn't find any of the things to make my tea, so it'll be really nice when those things are all set up. And I can't wait to show it to you. This is mostly set up. There's still a few things that I need to change. You can see I've kind of got, my toolbox is still on the table. I'm gonna hang some lights later. I just ordered them. They're cool tape lights that you can do color changing, so that'll be fun. We'll play with that later. And I got my big plant. So I have a giant bird of paradise. It was dying at the store, so the woman gave it to me for $15. I'm so thankful for the sales representative for that. She saw it and saw that some parts of it were kind of, didn't make it on the past. It looks like this was pretty leftover. So we'll see. I think I can bring it back to life, or at least keep this part alive. It's got a little baby shoot coming up, so those are good signs to me that it'll be happy in this space. And I've got some things I want to donate, but largely all of the big stuff is all set up. I had a week off for Thanksgiving and my parents were here, and then my partner Eric was here too, so all of us really worked hard to get it all set up. My dad built some bookcases, my mom and I went shopping. So I'm really thankful and really appreciative, and it's been going really well so far. My parents drove out a U-Haul from Arizona, which was pretty cool, in that they brought a bunch of things with them. And with the U-Haul, they brought a bed set, which is actually pretty important to me and to our family. This bed set was my grandparents, my dad's parents. They purchased this bed set when they had gotten married in 1930. So it's pretty neat. It's a really beautiful bed set. It's a bed, a dresser, and a vanity. I remember going to my grandmother's house and just really liking it, and she had really, her pretty things laid out on the vanity. And so it makes me think of my grandmother, which is awesome. She passed in 2003, so I was 13 that year, and we flew out to Minneapolis and then drove the U-Haul back with a bunch of things that they had wanted to keep in our family, and this bed set was one of them. And it was really cool because this bed set was given to me, and it was at a pretty important time in my life, in that I was having a coming of age, right? I turned 13, and this really made my room feel more grown up, in that I got this matching bed set. And then the vanity is what I had used as a desk all through high school. And then it's just a really important moment again for now, because this is like another coming of age, and that this bed set is being brought to me again, and that I am grateful to be able to use it, both keeping, you know, the memory and legacy of my grandparents, and then that I just turned 30 and I'm moving to an apartment by myself. Like, these are really big, again, sort of coming of age statements or moments, and that just makes me really happy. So seeing it all set up in this space just really brought back really lots of just happy moments and good memories. So I'm excited that they're here. And I have it decorated with, of course, an obnoxious amount of pillows, and I am so excited to get more. I have these large squares of molding that sort of outlines the wall, and it breaks it up into different sections. So right now I have my elephant tapestry is sort of overlaying 2 sections, and it's not quite small enough to fit into one section. But if anybody has any ideas on what to do to decorate these squares, that would be really fantastic. But I also am not sure what to put in that space, and I haven't decorated a room this large before, so I didn't want to put lots of tiny little things in there because I wanted it to be a little bit more proportional. But if anybody has any ideas or have decorated or even know sort of what search terms to search and to help make that space look a little bit more inviting, so I don't just have these huge blank walls or have tapestries that cover over everything. I'm not able to remove the molding, that does need to stay. But if you have any suggestions on cool art or tapestries to use, I'd really prefer to have something that was handmade. So if you have any artists, or if you're an artist yourself, let me know. And that'd be fun to find something to fill these cool walls with. So I appreciate all the suggestions that you have. So I'm excited to welcome you into it. I'm excited for all of the work that we're going to be doing here together, and for all of the adventures that we'll have. And of course, share this with anybody that you think would really enjoy or want to be connected to just what life with a difference looks like, and just helping to make sure that there's lots of really positive images of really awesome people living their lives. So here we are, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.